Welcome back to WagerTalk TV. I'm your host, Steve Merrill, joined by Tony Mejia and Rob Vino, WagerTalk.com. And we're going to preview the Monday night football matchup for this Monday night on ESPN National TV between the Buccaneers and Giants. Tampa Bay, currently about a 10.5-point road favorite, total around 46 here as we're doing this video midweek. Of course, we got several days until this game kicks off Monday night. And Tony, what are your initial thoughts here of this matchup between Tampa and the Giants? Tampa, of course, had the big win over the Packers. They did not let down, went out to Las Vegas, kept focused against a Raider team that was a little shorthanded, obviously, with the COVID issues last week. Can't Tampa keep it going against one of the weaker teams in the league, Tony, the New York Giants?
Yeah, Steve, that was the test Tom Brady alluded to, is having a target on your back and performing with it after they got that signature win over the Packers, and they passed that test with flying colors. My spread for this game, because the Giants had a little bit of extra rest, having lost the Thursday nighter in heartbreaking fashion as they did, had Tampa Bay laying 9 with a total of 52.5. So my initial concern with this line was how low the total was. And that normally is for a reason. So 5 days ahead of time, I think we're taping 6 days. It's a Monday nighter. The weather for East Rutherford that night is going to feel like it's about 23 degrees, according to my AccuWeather sources, and it's going to be pretty windy. So that may be one of the reasons why you will want to wait to act on that total, even though it looks pretty low. The way Tom Brady's swinging that football around, he won't have Chris Godwin to throw to. He's got a fractured left index finger, and they did sign Antonio Brown, but he has to sit out a suspension, so he can't even practice with the team until after Week 8. But both of those guys, Godwin and Brown, will probably be part of the Week 9 showdown with the New Orleans Saints. So I think Tampa's going to want to build momentum going into that. It's a huge statement game for them. They're playing as well as they are. They're doing it with Mike Evans drawing double teams and really not doing much. So what Tom Brady's been able to do over the past few weeks has been really astounding. All credit to him, because he's really recognizing the defense pre-play and getting the ball to who needs it. Rob Gronkowski's back. He's no longer a lifeless corpse. So everybody's really playing well. I love what Tristan Wirfs is doing, the tackle, rookie tackle from Iowa, really protecting Brady, and the defense is playing lights out. So what we've seen from them, with Devin White really emerging, he had 11 tackles, 3 sacks, 2 more for tackles for loss against the Raiders, is a team that's really finding its strength, collective strength, on both sides of the ball. So for that reason, I think it's an overreaction to go 11, which is probably where this will be headed by Monday night. But it's hard to pass up on the Bucs, especially with the Giants playing as poorly as they have been.
Yeah, and Rob, if you look at the Giants, they put out their 3 best offensive outputs the last 3 weeks in the divisional games against the Giants, against the Eagles, Redskins, and Cowboys. But their first 4 games this year, Rob, against non-divisional opponents, they barely averaged 11 points a game. This is still one of the worst passing attacks statistically in the NFL. Rob, one thing that's kind of gone under the radar for me is, everyone focuses on, Gronkowski, Brady, the offense at Tampa. That defense, other than giving up 34 against the Saints in Week 1, they've held 5 of their last 6 opponents to 20 points or less. Had a very good rush defense, and their pass defense has been pretty good. Definitely probably good enough to shut down the Giants. So, Rob Vino, how are you looking at this Monday night matchup between the Buccaneers and Giants?
Yeah, I had the Buccaneer game last week in these videos, Steve, against Oakland. And the point I tried to make at that point is that if you don't balance your offense against Tampa Bay, you're going nowhere. I mean, 2 weeks back, Green Bay came in there absolutely on fire offensively, couldn't get their running game untracked, and subsequently Aaron Rodgers got beat up and beat up and beat up until the point where I think in the third quarter he basically quit. He didn't want any more of that. He was just throwing the ball, flinging it around, and then eventually they took him out of that game. Last week against Oakland. Now, I know the offensive line had some coronavirus issues before the 5 played, and Tampa Bay caved that offensive line in. This team has 27 sacks on the season right now. It's just a brutal matchup for the Giants' offensive line, which can't protect to begin with. I think the team that handled Tampa Bay's defense the best, believe it or not, with a rookie quarterback, was the Chargers. They pushed it vertically down the field. I think they averaged about 14 yards per completion in that game. And you have to be able to do that against these guys. Whether or not the Giants can do it with their lousy pass protection, boy, I don't know, Steve. it's everything in me situationally wants to play the Giants plus 10.5 points here and probably wait, like you guys are saying. It should go up a single game on Monday night. You'll probably get to see 11 or 11.5. But the fundamentals are so terrible for New York here in this case. Now, Tony pointed out the absence of Chris Godwin. I'll just point out that Tom Brady, one of the big things for me having Tampa, that game over on Sunday, was the fact that it was the second week in a row where he had every skill position weapon with him. Now, all of a sudden, he gets him back. He loses Godwin. Godwin last week had 9 receptions for 88 yards, targeted quite frequently. He's back down to Mike Evans and the tight ends. I don't know that they'll be as productive offensively. I know that without Daniel Jones's 75-yard run before he fell down last week, the Giants run for about 3 yards a carry. So, again, the fundamentals just don't work for the Giants. But, boy, the situation screams take the points. As I sit right now, I'd be very undecided what to do. But I would wait. I think if you can get up and over 11, if it does go to 11.5, pretty key number there. You could lose this game 27-16 in that vicinity and cover. So maybe I'll just wait it out and see if I can take enough on the Giants.
Yeah, I definitely don't think, guys, we're going to see any 10s unless there's some weather issues, as Tony pointed out, or some injuries, because here, as of early midweek, as we're doing this video, it's 10.5 juiced to the higher side. And there's actually some books now that have 11. So there's already some 11s popping up early week. So once again, the Tampa Bay Bucs, a hefty 10.5, 11-point road favorite. 46 is the total for your Monday Night Football matchup this Monday, 8:15 Eastern on ESPN. Just a quick reminder, WagerTalk.com, all of September, all sports for $199. It's a fantastic special. And if you're watching this video earlier in the week, you can still get the rest of October free when you sign up right now. It's all of November for $199 all sports, and the rest of October included for free. For Tony Mejia, Rob Bino, I'm Steve Merrill, WagerTalk.com. Best of luck this weekend.